Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Monday, October 3rd, 2022, after 3 p.m. Eastern. We will have a Time for Change call this week on Wednesday at 9 p.m. You cannot be happy with a serious mind. With a festive mind, you can be happy. Take this whole life as a myth, as a story. It is one, but once you take it this way, you will not be unhappy. Whenever you don't allow yourself to trust the process of this life, you tend to cling to it all along the way. Worrying is the mind attempting to not create what it doesn't want by obsessing about what it doesn't have or want. This unconscious spin cycle is exactly how you manifest more of what you don't want, and is one of the greatest ways to drain your manifesting vibration. If you always think about what you don't want to happen, how much energy is left to focus on what you do want? And many of us do that, and a lot of the time it's not conscious that we do it. We're so in the habit of doing it. So we turn on this magnified, immense floodlight right on us, and we send out what we don't want to have happen. And we keep attracting. It's a cycle. It's connected. It's like a merry-go-round. And we keep getting the same. We keep getting more of the same. Now, I think we all have noticed from time to time that our minds can become fixated on certain thought patterns, get wrapped around one little idea about what it doesn't want to occur. It unconsciously creates this repetitive, mini, futuristic fear that we often refer to as worrying. The mind tends to obsess, dwell, and get hooked into whatever it thinks it has to have to be happy, loved, free, important, rich, etc. It especially becomes wrapped around those things it believes it cannot have. So if your mind naturally is an obsessive-holic, why not fixate it on feeling what it's like to manifest your dream life? Being caught in the worry habit, is a lot like a couch potato stuck in the deepest crevice of the couch. They are watching some completely ridiculous rerun on TV, yet cannot find the motivation, desire, or creativity to get out of their cozy sinkhole and do anything new or different. The worried mindset can suck you into its hypnotic inner TV and entertain you for hours, days, years, and even lifetimes. It feeds on your fear that if you let go of control, stop clinging, and start trusting this life, then the worst possible thing that you don't want to happen will suddenly happen. The truth is that clinging to anything in this life just perpetuates the manifestation of more stagnation and causes a deeper anxiety to take root inside you. The only way out is to let go and trust the divine intelligence within life. Trust the divine intelligence within life. Once you do, you'll be free to feel everything that arises from a place of non-attachment and instantly shift your vibration to being completely worry-free. You can easily create anything you want in life with trust. When you deeply trust that all of your desires will manifest at the perfect time, they simply do. Timing is everything for the soul. When we let go of our ego's agenda, we realize there was nothing to worry about in the first place. Everything is always taken care of in our lives. The soul has a much bigger plan. All that it takes is going within, allowing the universe to support you in making your every desire blossom into reality. The more we go inside and access the infinite divine consciousness that we truly are, the easier it is to naturally live from a state of trust. As we continue to explore our divine nature and dive deeper into the truth of who and what we truly are, we will start to feel greater waves of trust wash over and through us. It is impossible for you to worry when you remember that you are an infinite and timeless being, because you know that nothing outside of you can hurt or impact you negatively. Trust is inherently a natural part of us. We were born to trust. As a baby, that is all that we knew how to do. We didn't know about worry, right? We didn't know doubt or worry. We didn't know what the heck that was. The most primal parts of ourself always trusted what was happening and knew that everything was perfect. It was only when our ego mind started claiming the kingdom that we started falling prey to the illusions of worry. Right now in our lives, what is the thing that we spend the most time worrying about? Once you identify it, decide right now to shift from worrying about this issue to completely trusting. Each time you find yourself worrying about this particular issue, simply notice where this experience is occurring between your ears and relax. Notice how perfect the present moment is and how there is really nothing to worry about. Be aware of the worry habit, yet don't buy into it. It is one of the most overlooked destructive habits that leak our precious energy away from enjoying life and living out our mission. What causes worry to happen in the first place is that the mind simply lacks mental discipline, intention, and focus. Imagine that the worrying mindset is like a herd of wild, untrained horses running out of control in a small, tight corral. The more undisciplined these horses are, the more frustrated they become in the corral. The problem here is not that these crazy horses are galloping everywhere out of fear. The real issue is that you choose to follow them. When the reins on the mind are too tight or too loose, this herd will not listen and trample all over you. They'll stomp all over feelings, desires, relationships, leave your life dreams far behind in the dust. And the only way is to lasso the entire herd, teach them to become more conscious. The golden key to consciousness is trust. Now, if and when you have been wrestling with your inner herd for years, you may feel defeated and have become a worry zombie. This is someone who is numb to lighter thoughts, abundant consciousness, and outrageous pleasure. If this sounds at all like you, it's time to take that first step out of the zombie zone. Lasso the herd's stallion, grab onto the reins, steer your herd back into the pleasure pastures so that they can relax into the positive feelings and thoughts that make your heart sing. When your horses drink one gulp from the river of bliss or gallop through the fields of gold, you'll win their respect and be free from your inner worry, corral your inner worry corral forever. To get your horses into the pleasure pastures, you'll need to take them through the trust stable. Here's where you'll harness trusting reins over your entire herd. First, let them know we are all heading off to the trust stable. Let them know that they don't have a choice in the matter. Steer each thought one by one out of the worry corral and into the trust stable. And gently groom them. Give them all the love and attention they deserve. Close the worry gate behind you and do not open them again. After you get every wild beast in the trust stable, you will soon be entering the expansive, free, open pleasure pastures beyond. Spend as much time as you can each day caressing everyone in your trust stable. This will be your new home and will empower you from slipping back into the worry corral in the future. There's no room for the vibration of worry when you are bathing every beastly thought with trusting feelings. Trust is the exact opposite vibration of worry. When you are practicing trust, it becomes truly impossible for anyone to enter the worry corral again. All the thoughts that you had about tomorrow or yesterday don't become so important. You simply trust each moment of existence, insistently letting go of ideas about the future and past. And in your trust stable, you are relaxing into the perfection of each thought, reconnecting each one with its true infinite nature. Whisper to your horses. It'll help you feel the trusting connection with your herd. Every day that you abide in your trust stable, you'll gather more trusting energy until everyone can trot around the pleasure pastures freely all day long. In this field of joyous energy, your whole vibration will go beyond having another worried thought again, even after you've entered your pleasure pastures. Many times, continuously return to your trust stable. After enough time resting here, your herd will start offering its many gifts of gratitude to you. One of the greatest gifts you'll receive is knowing that this universe is always supporting you and manifesting whatever your heart deeply desires. Through trust, you tap into your natural manifesting power. And whatever you focus on is where your herd pulls together and works towards manifesting. When you live with trust as the core foundational energy in your heart, where every thought you think comes from this source of trust, then you'll become unstoppable in your life. When you are fully committed to starting each of your days in your trust stable, you will naturally realize the powerful manifesting being that you are. Life will simply become easier for you. You have taken back the reins. You will see and feel how ludicrous it was to worry about anything at all. There will be no more peace, love, and abundance. There will be more peace, love, and abundance, discovered and felt everywhere you saunter. Practice stopping your herd. Start with making the choice to get your wild horses under control. Let them know they are no longer in charge. The easiest way to start this training is with a pattern interrupt, like saying stop or whoa to these horses. The very instant they take off into the worry corral. It's best to whisper this out loud to yourself, if possible, in order to really grab their attention. By using anger or aggression, they may become more feisty and rebellious. Yet with gentleness, you will actually command your entire inner herd. This is the secret to becoming a true horse whisperer. Loving kindness and gentleness. Use this technique, and these horses will perk their ears up and listen. The softer, more loving and gentle your whisper is, the more they want to pay attention. This is what they were running around worried about, not finding in the first place. They were always in search, they were always in search of true security and love. You can give it to them with a sweet, calming voice and trust in your heart. Even if you stop one wild horse in one situation for one moment, you are successful. Soon the rest will follow, and you will have stopped them from trampling all over your life. Entice your herd within to relax into the now. On some lazy afternoon, you can lure your horses out for a cool drink in the relaxing stream of consciousness. Simply go for a nice, slow stroll so as to bring them into the present moment. By focusing everyone upon what is now, you will help your inner horses to unwind, take a breather, and rest in the pleasure pastures with the cozy green grass beneath their bellies. They naturally love enjoying the peace and sublime perfection of this glorious moment of existence that are available in this divine moment. They will stop prancing around and become relaxed and at ease. A great technique to create curiosity is asking questions like, what is really happening in the universe right now? When they stop to ponder this question, check in with your experience. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What am I experiencing now? What do I see, hear, smell, taste, and sense right now? Anytime an overly mental or emotional horse begins to wander away, gently redirect it back to the experience of resting in this cozy, present, now moment. Turn up the heat in your trust stable. Make time every day to go inside and turn up your trust value so that it's impossible not to feel it. Increase the levels of trust around specific issues in your life that challenge you the most. Sometimes it's about cranking up the heat and sweating out the old toxic emotions until there is nothing left. Allow your mind to focus on the energy of the trust as much as possible. Imagine how you could trust yourself in the worst possible circumstances. Apply this to your personal life and relationships. Soon the heat inside your trust stable will be as sweet and easy as a warm, cozy campfire. Every morning, try to do this. Take 5 minutes for this exercise. And do this exercise before you get out of bed. And 5 minutes again at the end of your day. Imagine that you have a trust thermostat. We all know what thermostats are. Understand this is all visualization and representation. Trust thermostat in the middle of your chest that measures how much you trust yourself, other people, in this highly intelligent universe. This thermostat has 10 settings on it. Number 10 is the most trusting level. Number 1 setting is completely closed and lacking trust. Get a sense right now where your trust is at right now. You may notice on your thermostat, as is a trust dial where you can adjust the level of trust your body experiences. Slowly begin to open your trust valve and let in more and more trust. Turn it up until you feel warm, expansive feelings on the inside and outside of your heart. Notice what happens when you increase the level of your trust in your heart. What happens all throughout your body? No matter how long it takes you, keep increasing your trust meter until it is completely open at a perfect 10. Inhale, exhale at 100% trust many times, and notice what this feels like. Pay attention to how good it is to let go of controlling your outer world and trusting that the universe is helping you manifest all your desires now and forever. Then randomly throughout the day, check in with your trust meter and adjust to 100% anytime it drops. If your trust valve gets stuck at a lower level, try repeating this trust mantra for 15 minutes while breathing deeply. Trusting myself and the loving universe. That's the mantra. Trusting myself and the loving universe. Repeating this message over and over will eventually expand your heart to experience a greater level of trust. So enjoy it. We all create our opportunities by asking for them. Now, it doesn't mean, when we do ask for them, if we're aware of it, because sometimes we're not, a lot of times we're not. There is a power inside us all that is beyond anything that we have yet to imagine. We have the ability to manifest anything that we want with pure joy and effortless ease. There are no real limits on what we can create in our lives. We are unlimited, unbounded, pure potential energy. We can consciously attract any experience we want at any time, and we do. Good, bad, or indifferent. When we are super specific about what we want and ask from a surrendered place that is free from lack, we are one step closer to becoming a manifesting master. When we are super specific about what we want and ask from a surrendered place that is free from lack, we are one step closer to becoming manifesting masters. The energy behind making requests instead of wishes, hopes, or demands is much more powerful in that it requires us to be humble, realistic, and grounded about who we are and what we honestly want in our lives. This deeper honesty allows the universal intelligence that surrounds and penetrates us to truly hear our request and thus assist us in manifesting it. One of the main ingredients is in consciously manifesting our dreams and desires is knowing how to ask for what we want. When we ask in a firm, clear, receptive way, it's as if we are throwing a powerful magnetic boomerang into the universe that will soon return with our desired outcome. We want to throw out a super specific request into the universe, yet not be attached to how it comes back to us. This shows that we are clear and sincere about letting go of wanting, needing our desire, and surrendered to receiving the highest possible outcome. By releasing our attachment to how our desire shows up for us, it naturally starts the manifestation process. It's like the moment you actually throw and let go of this boomerang, you know that even if you close your eyes, it will be flying back to you very soon. When it is said to you, ask and it is given, there is no powerful statement that is at the basis of what makes things happen. No more of a powerful statement that is at the basis of what makes things happen. When it is said to you, ask and it is given. Abraham Hicks. By using your physical voice to ask the universe to help you manifest your desired outcome, no matter what it may be. And let's have faith that it is conscious the request you're consciously aware of and not unconsciously aware of. You'll find that you also start to clarify your intention. When you say anything out loud, your body begins to discover its natural alignment with your desired outcome. The energy and vibration of what you say out loud forms a feeling in the body which acts like a radio signal broadcasting your frequency into the cosmos. For example, if you ask the universe out loud to purchase and drive your new car down the road with one hand on the wheel and your hair blowing in the air and feeling that request sinks deeply into the universal subconscious mind as your body begins to feel what it is like to drive off in your new vehicle. These feelings create powerful chemicals in your body which form a deeper commitment level to manifesting your dream. When the scattered, busy mind can hold its focus in a one-pointed direction, it informs this universe where to direct new energy, which initiates the final manifestation. Nurture your mind with great thoughts, for you will never go any higher than you think. Benjamin Disraeli. I believe we all know how very, very, very powerful words are. Be very aware of what names and labels you call yourself. It can very well make the difference in manifesting what you want or what you don't want. Each word that you speak possesses its own unique vibration, which is felt inside your body the instant it is said. When you state something out loud, you are in essence proclaiming who you are or who you will become to the entire universe. Remember that when you get angry with yourself, irritated with yourself, right? Frustrated with yourself. And you know, we've all done this one time, shape, form, or another in this life or other lifetimes. We blurt out things. We do it with conviction, too. You are no longer hiding in your own private universe of thoughts. Verbalizing your thoughts makes you go beyond the world of separation and create a deeper commitment to yourself. The spoken word is perhaps the most visceral technique of affirming something into the physical world. It engages the senses. It activates the mind fully, opens all the energy centers in your body. Most manifestation experts will agree that intention is the root of all success and failure in the world of manifesting. That intention is the root of all success and failure in the world of manifesting. You can speak a request out loud to the universe. Yet if you're feeling that you cannot or won't have your desired outcome showing up effortlessly for you, you are just manifesting more of the same struggling and lacking experience. The outcome you want will undoubtedly occur if and when you are asking from a place of feeling deeply connected to this universe. By finding a quiet space inside yourself where your mind is silent and your heart is open, you will discover a highway of connection to the greatest source of energy, information, and power that you could possibly imagine. See, when you want something, that's part of it, right? As we want it and allow it, that's the other part. Wanting it and allowing it. Many of us will want something and not allow it. But wanting it and allowing it, it is Abraham Hicks. Manifesting happens effortlessly when you stop trying so hard and just relax into this divinity that is already here now. By transcending the needy, grasping mind, you realize that the benevolent universe is already at one with you. From this wholesome space, you can ask for anything and know without a doubt that it will manifest for you. There is no greater manifestation power than the faith and trust within you. When you establish such a deep, intimate relationship with this universe, the mind chatter you once had is now quiet and calm. And you realize that within this intimate connection to the universe, all desires are instantly discovered. To understand the magical nature of the mind is to acquire awesome power. It is to understand that at every moment of our lives, we have the power to accomplish everything we want. Deepak Chopra. Now it is time to ask this universe for what you want. When you get clear on what this is, simply ask this universe to support you in manifesting this. Make your request out loud in a strong, powerful, affirming voice. Say something like, universe, I ask that you support me in manifesting. Put in your request. I ask that this be done to the highest good of all concerned. Thank you for fulfilling my request. Continue to make this request anytime you doubt your ability to manifest this desire or feel contracted emotion around its manifestation, such as fear or anger. Soon you will notice that this universe is indeed answering your request. In a matter of hours or days, the people and resources that you need to manifest your desire will begin to appear in your life as if by magic. As this civilization begins to mature and progress within, because we know outside, most of us will, to some extent, know out there, right? We've done it many lifetimes. Pursue out there, go out there, everything's out there, find yourself out there, find the truth out there. But then we learn that it's empty. Some of us do, some of us lifetime after lifetime will continue until we have the self-discovery. But when we go within and we focus on our breath and we move into the now, many things change. The mind chatter isn't there. All these programs, these thoughts, billions of them flying by like clouds in the sky are not there. The ego mind is not there. You're in a total peace. And you just focus on moment to moment. That's it. For some, it takes a bit. It's not a race. So for some, it does take a bit. But eventually, you start really liking the fact that you know how to go into the now. This is an ego mind, remember, because the ego mind isn't there. This heart mindedness. So when you go into the now and you're focused on your breath, in your moment to moment, you're able to watch things. You're not in it anymore. You're outside of it. You leave the mind alone. You leave the ego alone. You leave the unconscious alone, the subconscious. And you just are. You be. And so you watch the ego mind, how it operates. And you're not judging, you're watching, and you're learning. And eventually you start to understand, you'll know when the ego mind starts to pull you when you're not in the now. When you're not in the now, you're either in yesterday or tomorrow. You're either in the past or the future, slingshotting back and forth constantly. And this is where we suffer. So our motivation is to focus on the now and to be in the now and to stay in the now and to get to the point where most of the time we're in the now. Then you become a master of your life. You oversee and you direct. You don't have attachment to outcomes. You really don't. Because you know with true trust and faith within that whatever you put out there is going to come to you. Okay? And And you don't have doubt in the now. And you have total trust. And you have total clarity and trust and faith in the universe. Because you are the universe. And the universe is you. We look at the great expanse. We stand on this planet and we look up and we see all these stars, planets and everything. And we look at the super microscopes, telescopes, and we see other distant planetary systems and everything. And then our ego mind, right, says you're small and insignificant. You're nothing. And a lot of us believe that. And the illusion is to portray that. But the reality, which is the God that you are in that body, which is the only thing that's real, it's the only thing that doesn't change. You look up into that sky and you go, that is me. I am the sky, I am the planets, I am the stars, I am everything. I am all of that. It is everything that I am, and I'm everything that it is. There's no separation. Then you begin to realize, while in the now you discover just how powerful you are. And then everything begins to come to you. And the neat thing is that you're aware. When it does come, you're aware in a deep gratitude. You're not questioning, right? You're not judging. You're not disappointed. You aren't let down. You aren't struggling in lack of. You are deeply, joyously, peacefully happy. However it may come, however this universe sends what we desire to us, is up to the universe. We've sent it out. We've sent a direct request to the universe from within, through the heart mind, on exactly what it is that we want to have manifested. And it begins instantaneously. Energies start moving into form, shaping, and then it's delivered. Now, you realize that you know, when you're outside, when you're out there, ego mind's in control. And it's the masker. So it will throw in doubt, fear, when you request something from the universe. Doubt and fear. Well, probably won't happen, but what the heck? I'll give it a try. Okay? And so we block the delivery. It's like a package delivery comes to your front door, right? And you go, I don't want that. It's kind of like that. And so it's taken away. Remember, manifestation is moving energy into form, creating it into reality, and experiencing it. And that's all we ever do. That's what we do 24/7 in every lifetime that we have inhabited. It's all that we do. It's not a side thing, right? We are constantly creating and manifesting everything around us. And this is what we're generating. Now, of course, those of us who are still caught in the ego mind extensively, because we all have an ego mind, but are caught in that extensively, and we have lack of, fear, and doubt. Worry. We won't manifest what we desire. It's as simple as that. And by getting angry with ourselves, frustrated with ourselves, that increases the not coming. So we shift gears and we have all of that energy, and the universe says, oh, well, okay. So here's some more of that. Have you ever heard people say, through your travels in this life, they'll say something like, they go, no matter what they do, everything turns to crap. Their whole life has been that way. Just how it is. It's like life has dealt them the cards, and that's the cards they'll play throughout their life. That is complete ego mind control over them, right there. Now, when they discover for themselves, when they go within, right? They forgive, they let go, they surrender across the board, all their worries, all their stresses, all their fears. And then from the heart mind and concentrating on the now and the breath, all that stuff melts away and they have clarity through the heart. And then they send their request to the universe. And then they maintain that surrender. They're not concerned about when, where, how, none of that. They have made their request in clear detail. That's it. It will be manifested as long as they stay in the now and they aren't influenced by yesterday or tomorrow, the ego mind. Because that's when the doubt and the fear and the worry will come in, the suffering. It's like anything else. It's the first step is deciding to go within. No one can do that for you. That's up to you. Heartfelt, through the heart mind. From now on, I am going to go within as much as I possibly can with total faith, trust, love, generosity, humbleness, and the deepest of gratitudes. And practice this every day as long as you can without interruption. And eventually you'll find yourself gravitating toward the now and wanting to stay in the now. Not, oh, geez, I got to do this again. Ego mind kicks in and says, you don't really need to do this. It doesn't work. It's frustrating. Takes up time. So the outcome of who and what we truly are shines through. And we receive. And it's interesting thing is that I think some people believe that only a few of us can do that. It's the ego mind talking, right? Only a few of us could do that. Not all of us have that ability. That's not true. All of us have that power and ability since we're all one anyway. The gods that we are in these bodies, we all have it. And so once we recognize and embrace that understanding about ourselves, then everything begins to form. We direct, we request, it comes. Okay? We direct, we request, it comes. That's it. We aren't holding on to something. We aren't white knuckling it. We aren't holding it close to our bosom and, looking around. We've just surrendered. There's, the conviction is different, many of us, because I expect this to happen, okay? Compared to, I have sent this request to the universe. I know it is forming, and it will be here on the universe's schedule. Boom. That's it. Big difference, isn't it? So when you do this, people do the conviction of, I expect this to happen. I expect this to take place, blah, 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 blah. What do you think happens when it doesn't occur? Frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, whatever it may be. And then the spiral. Then the universe delivers your exact mood, your exact attitude, your exact request that you're throwing out there to the universe. More lack of, more worry, more stress, more fear, more anxiety. Suffer. Who do you think is changing this planet? I don't mean physically, okay? I mean, in a way, maybe some physical, but the atmospheres, the energies, all of it, all life. Who is it that's changing all of this? Who is it that continues to increase the vibrational frequency of everything? Is there some magical force that's sitting there doing it all? It's you. It's all of us. It's the gods within us. It's our intent. It's not expectation, and it isn't attachment. We know what we're doing. A lot of us aren't aware. I know this sounds tricky, but we're not aware, but we know. And that's part of the connection of the gods that we are in these bodies. And that's a choice for all of us to do, to make. That's why things, and if you'll notice, right, it keeps accelerating. It's almost a blur. But it keeps accelerating. It keeps progressing, expanding, deepening, saturating everything, permeating everything, flooding everything. So it continues. Now, this question's been posed before to me that, well, how long can we keep this up? Can't do it forever. See, the ego mind dropping back into out there, being out there, the ego mind, yesterday, tomorrow, questioning, doubting, fearing. How long can we all keep this up? It isn't about keeping it up. It's about revealing the true power that each of us are, the gods in these bodies, that we really are. It's effortless. So this is what's transforming everything. And every single god in every single body, which is one. Remember, the illusion is the physical, so we can experience the physical. So the physical appears to be separate, right? That each of us experience. But actuality is the one is experiencing all. Ecstasy is our very nature. Not to be ecstatic is simply unnecessary. To be ecstatic is natural, spontaneous. It needs no effort to be ecstatic. It needs great effort to be miserable. That's why you look so tired, because misery is really hard work to maintain. It is really difficult because you are doing something against your nature. Osho. I'll join you in a meditation and return to close us out.
Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out of the mouth. Remain still. Sometime today, anytime today, into the evening, night, sit quietly for about 30 minutes with the simple, soft presence of who is here now. Let yourself open up like a flower blossoming without forcing your petals to open. Naturally open yourself to this life in each moment and the people that come your way today. Enjoy. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night and the following morning. We will return here Tuesday, October 4th, 2022, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.